Hey, what's up, guys? Rob here with the Aloha Android. So this video, yeah, has a little effects to it. Don't let that bother you. But I wanted to take a look at a device that I've had for a while now, and one that I still consider to be one of the very best offered on Boost Mobile right now. And in my opinion, is still considered the one phone that needs to be beat despite the fact that it's ZTE, and most people don't trust ZTE devices because it's Chinese manufactured. I feel that people's eyes are a little bit more open now. The fact that devices like the Huawei Nexus 6P has been given a chance, and people come to find out that even Chinese manufactured devices are really nice. So let's just look around the phone real quick here. You guys can see the body build of the phone. I think it's very exquisite. I do love the tones, black and gold, real nice. And it's just it just pops for a phone that's about $180 without special promotions. The feel is really nice. It feels very comfortable in your hands. I can tell you that much right now for it having a 5.5-inch display and it being as tall as the Boost Max and the Boost Max Plus, but more narrower, so it's easy to hold, really easy to navigate through the screen. The big bezels on the top and bottom really don't bother me because they're symmetrically identical, and so, in my opinion, that's like that. That's what makes it, um, not so much of a bothersome. You can easily access things. Yeah, you have to shimmy the phone a little bit to get to the top, but that's not really a big deal for me. I do love just the whole aspect of the phone itself. To me, it was like ZTE really hit it out the ballpark when they created this device for all of us at Boost Mobile. And the fact of what you get out of this device and what it is basically, um, can't beat it. So let's run down specs real quick for some who may have forgotten the specs. This device runs 5.1 Lollipop. It has a 5.5-inch display, 720 by 1280 pixels. That's 720p display at 267 pixels per inch. 13 megapixel rear facing camera, 5 megapixel front facing camera. It has a Snapdragon 410 clocked at 1.2 gigahertz. Uh, I believe I said it was 16 gigs of internal storage and 2 gigs of RAM. But if I didn't say that, then now you know. 2,000 milliamp hour battery, but the battery is non-removable, which is not a really big deal for me. So I do like how at the bottom it has, it doesn't have your standard capacitive navigation keys. It has two dots and a circle ring. Ring being the home button, and you can actually switch which is which on the two dots that's on the left and right of the home. So that's always nice if you're a person that's used to Samsung. You can have the right side as your back. No big deal. Now, one of the things that this phone has going for it very well is the camera. Now, the camera is packed with some nice features. Um, taken, with like some effects. And here you can see the many different effects you can play around with. So if you're a person that's not like a professional photographer, but you just want to have fun with photos, you have so many lenses that you can use to have some fun with your photos, which is one of the best things. Like you don't just want a boring, bland ass camera. Like you want something that you can have some fun with. Taking videos is a cinch. I mean, it doesn't have a image stabilization, but it does go through it quite nicely. And even for my shaky hands, it can kind of hold up. Now, if you're on a selfie stick walking, that's where you're going to start seeing the camera being shaky and everything. But this, again, is a budget device and not a flagship. So really can't expect those kind of stuff. It has a pro mode, so you can mess around with the camera settings. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. I just take pictures just to have memories. I'm never going to try to claim to be a professional photographer, but if you are, there's a pro mode for you to play around with. And that's really nice that they offered that. So let's do a video playback here. And you guys can see, I mean, it's got some shakiness to it, but not so bad. But of course, I'm sitting down. I'm not doing some like walking or anything like that. So it's nothing too hectic or whatever. So um, there's a front facing camera. You guys can see my ugly mug. And the front facing camera does very well for 5 megapixels. I mean, it's very clear. It's nice. But another thing that this has besides the camera is, I mean, even the gallery is packed with features. You could actually create your own GIF collage maker. I mean, it's got it all. You can have some fun. You really can have some fun with this camera. I think that's like one of the big selling points of this phone, is just what kind of fun you can have. Like here, I'll create a little GIF photo or GIF, and you see these things you can create, put them up on Google Plus for all your friends to share. I mean, it's really nice. But the camera's not the only thing that it has going for it. It's very snappy, very speedy. I mean, shocker to some people, I just recently got the Stylo 2, and I feel like the ZTE Warp Elite is faster than the Stylo 2. I know, shockingly, right? But anyways, guys, this is a quick trip down memory lane for this device. I really, really enjoy this device, and I think if you're still in the market for a smartphone, and maybe some of the newer ones don't catch your eye, check out the Warp Elite. It is worth your time. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. My name is Rob with Aloha Android, and you'll see me in the next one, guys.